There is so much to talk about in small college sports right now. Good Sunday evening. I'm Joey McWilliams. Thanks for tuning in here on Midwest Sports Net. Midwest Sports Now, and of course, we talk about small college sports and more throughout the Midwest and beyond. So don't be fooled by the name. We are just going to enjoy talking about college sports and have a good time. So thanks for being along with me tonight. If you're watching live, please let us know from where you are watching right here. Let us know in the chat. If you're watching the replay, let us know in the comment section. Anyway, look, lots to talk about tonight. It's been a while since we've been on live, so let's get right on into it. And let's start right there. The number one team in the country, men's basketball. We're going to talk about men's basketball, women's basketball, a little bit of softball as well tonight too. But men's basketball, the number one team in the country, lost for the first time this year. And, it was a tough loss, too. Huntington lost in conference play. It was expected that, it was expected by some. Not expected by others, that Grace might come up with an L before the regular season came to a conclusion. I went back and forth on this one. I really felt like that Grace could run the table in the regular season, but still that there was a chance. There was a good chance someone in conference play, whether it be in the regular season or postseason, would pick them off, and that is exactly what happened. 99-79 this past week. Huntington did it. The Foresters come away with a 20-point victory. And by the way, here's where this goes down. And Jake, thanks for watching, man, brother. I appreciate that. Appreciate you tuning in, even without football, but that's all right. Thanks for watching tonight. He is watching, by the way, from East Wichita, just in case you're not familiar. Friend of the channel right here on Midwest Sports Tonight. Now, and by the way, Jake, not a long program tonight, but we will hit some high points, basketball, you name it, all the way around. And we hope that we have the internet signal that will stick with us tonight as well. So keep that in mind. All right, this is how you lose a game if you're the number one team in the country. You go 1 for 19 behind the arc. That's what's going to do it. 1 for 19 outside the three-point line, and you're not going to win ball games that way. In fact, you're going to lose by 20 points, as that is the case. Huntington was up by 16 points at the half, and the Foresters went 14 for 23 outside the arc themselves, led by Zach Goodline. And how could a player is Goodline? Well, he's a grad player, and I'm sure that folks in the Crossroads League are just going, when is this guy going to not be on the roster? And not for the remainder of this year. He'll still be on the roster for the Foresters. 39 points in the win for Goodline. And by the way, in case you didn't know, he was listed in the top 100 on the watch list for the Bevo Francis Award. That is given to the top small college basketball player in the country, whether it be Division II, Division III, NAIA, NCCAA, USCAA, you name it. Josh, thank you for watching from Denison, Texas tonight. Appreciate Josh stepping in. Thanks for watching, my friend. He's on the Bevo Francis watch list, top 100 watch list. Well, he's made it into the top 50 watch list as well. Goodline having a fantastic season. The grad student trying to keep Huntington in the running for a postseason spot. Of course, there's no question Grace will be in the postseason. And I don't think there's any question that not only are they going to be in a good position to make it to Kansas City, but they'll be one of the 1 seeds in the bracket there for the NAI. So keep that in mind. Keep watching for Grace. Not undefeated anymore. Again, there was some back and forth on this one. I don't want to get into that one too much right now, but I would say I really felt like they might get a loss, but it wouldn't have shocked me at all if they'd won it. And I would go so far. I've heard it said they didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of getting that getting through the regular season undefeated. I hate that phrase, by the way. I thought they did have a better chance than that. Doesn't matter. They still have a good chance to make it into the postseason. Well, let's talk a little women's basketball here really quickly. And I want to get to someone in particular. Again, for those watching live tonight, please let us know from where you're watching in the live chat. We always enjoy getting to know from where you're watching. 3 teams right now in women's basketball. This is in the NAI. We'll get to Division II here in just a moment. But in the NAI, 3 teams with 20-plus game winning streaks right now. 20 plus. None of them are undefeated. Marion, by the way, got the first 2 wins of the season, picked up a loss, and since that time, the Knights have won 23 consecutive games. So Marion 23 straight, LSU Shreveport with 22 straight after going 2-2 to start the season. They have won 22 consecutive games. And John Brown, it was a rough start for the Eagles there in Siloam Springs. Opened the season 2-3, and since that time have won 21 consecutive games. And I didn't get all my graphics up there. There's your LSU Shreveport. There's your John Brown as well. Don't want to leave out these graphics there. They're a lot of fun to keep around. So John Brown with 21 consecutive wins. Right now, taking it through the Sooner Athletic Conference as well. And this one's going to be fun. This one's going to be fun to watch, to see how these teams get into the postseason. And again, I think all three of those teams will be locks to make it through and get through that tough opener and get then into Sioux City. So we'll see how this one plays out. Let's go with NAIA softball for just a moment. And let's talk Ali Puente really quickly. Ali Puente, we mentioned her at the outset of the season. We had a chance to visit with her last year. I believe we're going to get a chance to visit with her again this spring. She has been in the circle now 10 games for Hope International. She's come away with 7 wins. She does have the 1 loss, and that's just really something that there's an L in there. But that loss came at the hands of Emily Rosas. Why is that name important? We'll talk about that right now. Ali Puente with 85 strikeouts right now. You want to talk about putting some numbers up, and we have some people who are putting numbers up now in our final 3 spots here talking tonight. Emily Puente is one of those. 85 Ks through 10 games this season. She is leading the NAI by a wide margin. The next pitcher who has put up numbers like this in the circle this season alone is Emily Rosas. Now, Puente from Hope International, Rosas from Westcliff. Those 2 teams split in the first 2 games of the season, so they've already met one another. I believe they're going to get a chance to see one another one more time in the season finale outside of conference play. But that having been said, Rosas with just 58. She's 27 strikeouts behind. 58's not a bad number. It's a really good number, to be honest with you. And it's still just distance by what Puente is doing in the circle this year. So keep that name in mind. Hope International's Ali Puente with 7 wins right now. And her only loss came against Emily Rosas early on. That was a 1-0 duel. A 1-0 duel. And the 1 run was scored early on in that game. So just something to think about. Let's move on here. Let's talk a little bit more basketball. Let's go with the NAIA first. Okay, NAIA first. And, of course, you see the health sciences, pharmacy, Eutectics logo up there on the screen right now. You know we have to be talking about Grace Beyer. And we are indeed talking about Grace Beyer. Now, we had a chance to visit with her near the start of the season. And her numbers have just been incredible. She is the 3-time defending scoring leader in the NAI. She was the scoring leader as a freshman, the scoring leader as a sophomore, the scoring leader as a junior, and here we are, her senior season, putting up 34.3 points per game for the Eutectics. Phenomenal numbers that she's putting up right now. And one of the reasons we talk about her now is that she is getting close to that record. That's right, 3,802 points for her career in St. Louis. And the record, the all-time record, is 3,855 points. That was put up by Miriam Walker Samuels. This goes back about 30 years, and she played for Claflin, which, by the way, is a Division II school now. So the record, 3,855, and Beyer is at 3,802. So she is 53 points away. Now, she has put 51 points on the board one time this season already. She could do it again. I don't think there's any question she could do it again. She's taking on Cotty down the road there in Missouri, completely on the other side of the state. So, but here's the deal. Cotty has to travel to St. Louis. The final 2 games of the regular season for UHSP are at home. Fantastic. This could not be set up any better for Beyer to stay healthy and go ahead and break this record at home. She has 2 games to put up 54 points. So that's where we are right now. Hi, Mama JC. Appreciate you watching tonight. Hope you guys are healthy and well at your house tonight. And if not, then get better. 54 points is what she needs. Cotty comes to town. Cotty coming all the way across the state of Missouri from the west to the east. They come to town on Thursday, and then Hannibal LaGrange coming in on Saturday. 2 games for Grace Beyer to get this done. Keep this in mind. The watch is on Beyer and the Eutectics. Now, they still have an opportunity to put themselves in a position to play in the postseason. And I know that is what Grace wants for her team, and, of course, all the team. They want to be playing the postseason as well. But this is a big number to follow. And I realize if you're following women's basketball right now, too, you've probably heard Caitlin Clark's name so many times, over and over and over and over again. And I do not take away from Caitlin Clark, because she obviously has earned the opportunity to be up there and have her name mentioned. But you don't want to keep you don't want to neglect what's going on right now on the NAI level as well. So Grace Beyer, UHSP, formerly the well, they've always been the Eutectics School of Pharmacy, St. Louis School of Pharmacy. Did I get that right? Anyway, if you're watching this, please let me know in the comment section. I think I got that right. Anyway, Grace Beyer, watch her name. We will keep this going this week. One more name that you need to know about, and if you haven't heard this number yet, you really, really, really need to know this number. Let me throw this one up here. From Division II, Francis Marion's Lauryn Taylor on Thursday night set an all divisions record for the NCAA with her performance. A 23-point victory over North Greenville. The Patriots come away on top on Thursday night. They get the win, and this is a big win. Lauryn Taylor put 34 points on the board in this game. That's not the big number. She had 44 rebounds. I love that number. And if you know me, you know I love the number 44. What an incredible number to pull down 44 rebounds in a game. By herself, she out-rebounded North Greenville. The team as a whole had 34 rebounds, North Greenville did. Now, the Patriots had only 61. So apart from Taylor's rebounds, the Patriots brought in only 17 more rebounds for the game. This is an incredible number. And you looked, and I got thinking, this has to be a team high. No, there are many other teams that have brought in more rebounds this season in Division II. But what Lauryn Taylor did has never been done before in any level of the NCAA. The Division I record, I believe, is 40, and the Division III record is somewhere around 36, 38, something like this. 44 rebounds in a game for Lauryn Taylor. So we give her props for that number and think that's something fantastic. All right, we're going to be back a little bit more throughout the course of this week. We are going to be in and out now, but we're back now with our evening. Try to be live as many evenings as possible now, especially heading in to the conference tournaments in basketball. We'll talk a little bit more baseball. We'll talk a little bit more softball. We're definitely going to be talking basketball, and we're going to talk some more football too. I don't know if Jake's still watching right now, but Jake already been visiting with Coach Harrison. We're excited about being in Wichita in the fall, and we may even have a date, but I've seen that the schedule is not officially out yet, so I don't want to drop a date out there and get ahead of Levi Converse and the sports information staff there at Friends. So, but we do believe we have a date that we will be in Wichita, so we're looking for that. My twins, my youngest children, are going to be seniors next year, so we're working around their performances, and when they get to be out on, they march in the band, a very, very good marching band program where we live. So we're trying to work around that and make sure we get to all their performances as well and don't miss any of those. But we think we have a date for that. And I have avoided the cough drops so far tonight. It's been cold this week. We were up on the road up in Warrensburg, Missouri. taking care of family business up there. It snowed on us up there on Friday, big snowflakes. Maybe you got some snowflakes as well this weekend, because I know that there was a little cold front that came down, especially into the central part of the country. And we are looking to do a show from Warrensburg in the fall as well. And then a couple more. We're expecting to be in Olathe. We're expecting to be in Fulton. And that should be a lot of fun. So I've said two or three more times. I'm trying to wrap this up, but I don't want to let go. It's been too long since we've had a chance to visit on a live stream like this, especially on a Sunday night. We'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to talk about a few more numbers and start to see how some of these conference tournaments are shaking out in basketball, because we're winding things down and getting toward the end of the regular season. Basketball has just flown by. I think because we spent so much time in football this year, and the football coverage was a blast, but we went well into basketball season, and so it seems like everything's just happening all at once. So we'll be able to bring you some more basketball and talk about that, softball, baseball, more tomorrow night here on Midwest Sportsnet. We talk about small college sports and more throughout the Midwest and beyond. Don't be fooled by the name. We go from one coast, whether it be Francis Marion in South Carolina, to the other coast where we're talking about Hope International in California, everywhere in between, and we love talking to you. So thanks again. Let us know as we're wrapping up. It's live chat now, but it'll be the comment section a little bit later on. Thanks to Mama JC watching, I know, from Durant tonight, Josh in Denison, Jake in East Wichita, and wherever you happen to be watching. God bless you. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back live again tomorrow night, so please be sure and tune in for that. We haven't hit the milestone that we're looking for yet, so please keep watching those videos, and we are just about to break through with a milestone on the channel. So God bless you all. Thanks a lot. Have a great night. I'll talk to you tomorrow.